Welcome back to MasterSim Travels, you guys. So today, as you can see, this is a different type of video than you guys are used to seeing. Usually I'm showcasing something in these videos, but today we're actually going to be diving in and talking about Cedar Point's accessibility services. As you've seen from the title, we're going to talk about, are these services good or are they bad for people with disabilities? And we're going to dive into why they are good or bad. And we'll see what we can do and see what we get into here. So let's get right into it. So as you can see from behind me here, we got the live cam here. So as many of you guys know, on a Saturday at Cedar Point, you got gatekeeper over here. Easily probably 45 to an hour wait on a Saturday, if not more. If it's a holiday, easily probably like an hour. You got Val Raven over here. Easily on a Saturday, hour and a half probably. On a holiday weekend, probably easily 2.5 hours then. Then you got Raptor back here, usually averaging about 45 to an hour on a weekend, give or take some. But as you can tell, just in the front of the park here, we got three big rides that have decent sized amounts of wait time. If somebody with a disability in like the back, such as my own here, this is why I use accessibility services at Cedar Point. I have a back issue that causes pain in the lower back, and prolonged standing in lines causes it to flare up. So I cannot stand in these type of lines that long. So if I go on a Saturday, these three rides here are easily well over what I'm able to wait. So what do? I mosey on up to either this accessibility service right here at the front of the park, or most times I hop on the train and take the train back to Frontier Town and use the guest services back there, because usually the biggest problem here is you see these queue rails right here. The front of the park here becomes well overrun with people on a Saturday morning. This one here, unfortunately for people with disabilities, especially ones like I have, you got to wait in a line to be able to get a pass to avoid waiting in lines. Catch 22 right there. So I usually mosey my way onto the train back to guest services back there in Frontier Town, because it don't have a line like this one does here. So that's a little tip for people that have disabilities and can't stand to wait in a line that's going to make them in pain. Because that is not a good way to start a day at Cedar Point, is having to wait in a line if you can't wait in a line and end up having way too much pain before you even get started with your day. So that's issue number one with accessibility services, is they need a way to be able to get the flow of people to move much quicker than what they do right now. Because that is definitely issue number one. Issue number two is the types of passes that they issue. So as you see here on the screen here, we got a lot of people with disabilities call the white pass. It is an accessibility pass that allows a group of, well, it used to allow a group of 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. As you can see, this one's from 2014. This is not mine. I don't save my passes. I always just get brand new one each time I go, because a lot of people take them back and then exchange them out. I just go back and get a brand new one. I don't bother trying to keep a piece of paper around, because 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna lose it, and I'm not gonna have it anyway. So I don't save them. They usually find a trash can on my way out of the park. But I found this one on Google, and this one is from 2014. It's similar to the ones that we use now. It's got a few different changes now on it compared to this one, but for the most part, it's very similar to this one. But the biggest issue, this one here, this is the good pass. This is the one that I feel like accommodates people with disabilities very well. This one here, Cedar Point, this one's 100% good. I'll give it credit. That is a good part of this accessibility services, is this pass, because this pass allows people with a disability to be able to take the members of their party, if they have two, three, or four, and they're able to go up the exit ramp, get on the the ride after the ride operator verifies all the stuff on here, because the backside of this shows them, like, can they ride my ride? Can they not ride my ride? That's what the back of these papers show. And then once they verify that you safely can ride their ride, they will write their ride number in this column. Then they write, okay, for example, like Valraven here. Let's say we go to ride Valraven. Valraven operator will write the Valraven's ride code here. You boarded the ride at 2 o'clock. They'll write 2 o'clock here. Their wait time is an hour or something right now. They write 60 minutes here. And then in the new one, they have another column here, which is the next boarding time. So an hour after 2 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock, they'll write 3 o'clock here. So then when you get off Valraven, if you want to head over and ride Gatekeeper over here, you can't ride Gatekeeper until that 3 o'clock time frame is there. So you do still have to wait that hour before you can go on Gatekeeper then. So that's how the White Pass works. You ride immediately, and then you wait your 60 minutes or whatever the wait time is before you go on to your next ride. That is how that White Pass works. The reason I say that the White Pass is good and is properly accommodating for those with disabilities is because, let's say you don't have a disability. Let's say I don't have that disability I have. I'd be able to come into this park. I wouldn't have to go and wait in that line for accessibility services. I could go with my friends or family, whoever I bring with me to the park. I can just come right in the park, go straight to the rides I want to ride. And then I can wait in the queue line with my friends and family, wait with them, and then ride the ride with them, and enjoy my whole entire day at Cedar Point with the people I bring to the park with me. That is how a normal day at Cedar Point works for people without disabilities. We all know that. And now I have a disability. I come to the park. I have to, let's say I don't know about the part of going to Frontier Town to get the disability service. I now come to the park. I come in that front gate. I got to go stand in easily probably 20-25 minute long line accessibility services to be able to get a white pass like this or the other pass that we'll talk to about in just a moment. I have to go and get a boarding pass to be able to go ride the rides. Once I'm done waiting for that, then I got to go and ride the rides. Then I can, with this white pass, I'll be able to then start enjoying my day as most all people normally would then. No big deal. Yeah, there is a little hiccup compared to what it would be without a disability. No big deal. No big deal. Now, we're going to talk about the other pass. I don't have an image for it. I can't find an image of it online. It's the pass I was issued yesterday when I was at the park. And this pass, it's known as the green pass. The ones that guest services will call it the line pass. And it's printed on green paper. And this one, instead of how the white pass works, this one here, they want you to attempt to wait in the lines. Somebody like me that has the back issue, and I don't want to disclose what that is online, but with my disability, with my back, I can't wait in those lines. 9 times out of 10, I won't be in that line with my party, whether I have the white pass or the green pass. Well, obviously, white pass wouldn't be because they would be outside the line with me anyway. But with the green pass, even with the green pass, I won't be in the line with them. And if I have a party of 3 with me, because basically the way it works, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. The way the green pass works is they want you to wait in the line, attempt to wait in the line. If you have an issue, you can then leave the line and then rejoin with your group up at the platform, is how they describe it. So, bringing this back up on screen here. So basically what I got told yesterday is the white pass now is good for 1 and 2 people. Even though it does still have all 4 numbers just like this one does. But they now, I guess, only issue it for 1 and 2 people in a party. If you have 3 people in your party now, you'll get the green pass, they say, is what they told me. 3 or more people in a party, and you'll get a green pass now. So, I have a party of 3. And now, if I can't wait in the line, which most likely I won't be able to wait in line, if somebody with a disability can't wait in the line, they have to leave that line. And if, let's say, they're riding Valraven over here on a Saturday, Hour and a half wait on that ride. So now you're telling me that that person with the disability has to leave that line and they have to wait outside that line for an hour and a half by themselves. Okay, okay. So you're saying there's two other people. Cool. All right. So they don't have to wait by themselves. They can take one person with them because that green pass allows the person with the disability and one other person to be able to go up the exit ramp with them after and meet up with the other person in the party. Cool. All right. All right. So I don't got to wait outside the line by myself. But guess what? I'm still leaving one person in my party in that line by themselves now. So yeah, I don't have to spend time by myself, but now the other person in my party has to spend time by themselves. So let's recap back to the beginning here. So I have a disability. I'm coming into the park. I have to wait in line to be able to get this green pass. And now, even after I get the green pass, let's say my back is giving me problems. I can't wait in that line now. So now I have to split away from my group, go wait by myself, or take someone with me from the group and leave one other person in the line by themselves. Okay. So now I'm splitting away from my group. I'm not being able to spend time with the people I brought to the park that I was coming to the park to spend time with. Cool. Yeah. They're accommodating, they say, on you guys we want you guys to be able to ride the rides together. Cool. All right. I get to spend what is it like for Valraven? Like a minute to 2 minute work less than a minute ride, like 2 minute ride or something like that. I can't remember how long the ride is for Valraven. Cool. I get to spend that amount of time for the ride on the ride with the friends and family that I bring to the park. All right, cool. But I just spent over an hour and a half split away from them. I think that weighs out the part of being able to spend a few minutes on a ride with the group. It's like, okay, so let's say I don't have a disability. We're back to the part of you get to come in, you get to go straight to your ride, you wait in the line with your family and friends, you ride the ride with your family and friends. You get to spend the whole day with your family and friends. But because somebody has a disability, they decide to bring two people with them, like a family member and a friend. Now they got to make one of them wait by themselves, or they got to wait by themselves. In my opinion, that's not right. Okay, so that's where I think that the problem lies with the green pass. At that point, is just because the person has a disability, now they're split away from the group majority of the day, because majority of the day you're spending waiting at Cedar Point. The majority of your day ain't spent on the rides. Majority of your day is spent waiting in queue lines. Even if you don't have a disability, you're spending most of your day at Cedar Point in queue lines. Am I right or am I wrong? So majority of the day is waiting. Cool. You want the people with disabilities to be able to ride together with their family and friends. Yes, that is a big part too. But the major part of the day at Cedar Point is waiting. So if you can't wait with your family and friends, the day that you were planning to spend with your family and friends that they bring to the park has been wasted basically at that point, in my opinion. So that's where I say the accessibilities has a bad section. Is the green pass is not set up properly, in my opinion. And that's where the bad part of the accessibilities is at Cedar Point. The white pass is set up perfectly to be able to accommodate properly for people with disabilities. So, would I say that accessibility services at Cedar Point in altogether overall is bad? No. No, I'm not going to say that accessibilities in overall is bad. No. Is it good? No, it's not good either. Is it sufficient enough? I suppose so. Because in my opinion, the green pass, if you had at least a party of four, that wouldn't be as bad. Because at least you're not leaving somebody in line by themselves. They have one person with them. You're not spending time outside the line by yourself. You got one person from your group with you. And those other three people in that party of four can alternate per ride of who spends time with you outside the line. That wouldn't be that bad then. But to me, as a person with a disability, to where I wouldn't be able to wait in the line and I'd have to wait outside the line, with a party of 3, the green pass is not okay with me because I feel terrible having to if I take someone from the other person to make sure I'm not by myself and not spending time by myself for over an hour wait time. But I would feel terrible taking that person because then I'm leaving the person in line waiting in a queue line all by himself without a person from the group. Like I would I feel bad for doing that, in my opinion. And I feel like most people with disabilities would feel bad for doing that because nobody asks for disabilities. Nobody wants a disability. It's just something that happens in life. And for Cedar Point to require people with disabilities to have to split their parties apart, it's not okay, but I can understand where they come from with needing to do so. But do it properly. Don't make it to where the party has to decide who has to spend time by themselves. Your guys' queue times are way too long to make people have to wait by themselves. That is not a proper way to accommodate. If you want to do it for parties of 4, it's still not the best, but it's more appropriate, I feel like, in my opinion. And so that's my message towards Cedar Point with the accessibility services. Green card, not terrible. It needs work though. Don't do it for a party of 3. Do it for a party of 4 at the minimum, as then nobody has to be left by themselves. And some people might agree with me, some people might disagree with me, but overall, accessibility services at Cedar Point, not terrible, not good. It's mid ground. I'd say it's not good, not bad. It needs work. And I hope somebody from the park sees this and that they see that it's not a bad video because I'm not bashing on them saying that they're doing accessibility services terribly, but I'm not complimenting them on it either. I'm just saying the accessibility services at Cedar Point could use some work. Make it to where it helps accommodate people with disabilities more properly than what the green card is doing right now. Because the green pass is making it to where people that come in a group of 3 or have to leave people by themselves or they have to spend time by themselves, which is not okay. Not for the amount of wait time that Cedar Point's rides have. It's too long to be spending by yourself at a park that you plan to go to the park to spend time with your friends and family. So I just ask that hopefully at some point gets resolved, gets fixed, and overall it's an okay service, but it definitely does need work. So that's all I'm saying with that. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see some more like informational videos, I guess you could say, hit that like button. Or in reality, just hit the like button just because it does help to get this video out to more people. And hopefully it will get it towards somebody that works at Cedar Point and upper management that can actually do something about this situation. And if you have somebody that is at Cedar Point and that needs more explanation on how the 2 different passes that they have at Cedar Point work, feel free to share this video over to them. As I tried to, hopefully, I explained it as good as I could of how both the 2 passes work. And if you're new here and you want to see more videos of Cedar Point or any of my travels that I do, I have been at motocross races, I've done zoos and stuff. I tried to get as many videos up of multiple places I go to, not even just the amusement parks. But we definitely will be getting down to Winterfest this year down to Kings Island. And I'll have some more videos of that too. So if you're wanting to see that stuff, be sure to hit that subscribe button as it definitely helps make sure that you don't miss out on those videos in the future. And with that, we'll see you in the next video. That will be hopefully a funner video than talking about these kind of stuff. We'll see you then.